Are you gonna be able to handle those spicy beans?
Oh.
When we talk.
Oh.
Can your body?
Yeah, I can take it. I'm such a masochist, man. Like, whenever I get chicken wings, I have to make sure they're the hottest ones that they have on the menu. Like, I'll get like 5 regular, and then I'll also get 5 like just raping hot. I don't know what flavor what adjective is appropriately to describe, wings. But I mean, I take a severe punishment when I order wings, and it's my own fault.
Mm-hmm.
I biked 15 miles today.
It's a decent amount.
Yeah.
It's for fun.
Yeah. I had a destination I wanted to bike to, and then I biked there, and then I biked back to my house.
Went for a leisurely ride.
I did not realize the sun could punish you so hard. It is like, just, I feel, I've got a headache now, I think, from the amount of sun that I took in. Like, I probably was super dehydrated the entire
probably
time.
Like heat stroke or something, yeah.
Yeah. But people do it.
Some brain damage from that one.
Yeah, a little heat stroke brain damage.
Yep. It happens.
Whatever.
Like that guy who had so many GPUs mining bitcoins in his house that one night it got too hot and he just got brain damage.
Dude, throw it on the pile with the rest of my brain damage.
Yeah. Killing all my brain cells. It's not 420 anymore. Never mind. They're all back. All my brain cells are back.
All your brain cells are back, and so you can worship the Lord on His day.
Exactly. Just in time.
He is risen indeed.
Recording on Easter Sunday, which is why I didn't think this episode was going to happen. I was like, there's no way he's going to do it. And then you were like, let's go.
Oh, yeah.
So now it's...
This one's for you, Big G. Time. I feel like how many episodes have I dedicated to Jesus or God at this point? It's
wait.
I feel like
wait, what?
I feel like every so often. No, I'm pretty sure I've done this before.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. This one's officially dedicated to the Big J.
Okay.
This is for you, pal. This was what you would have wanted. You died for our sins so that I could watch uncomfortable situations involving students and their teachers in bathrooms. This is exactly what your wishes were.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and yeah, it's gonna be a short, heavy episode. It's looking like
it's just a short, heavy season, fam.
That's also true. Yeah. So, what are we starting with? Should we start with Fruits Basket?
Yeah.
Because we watched that. And Sam's not here, so fuck him.
Fuck him.
We're talking about it. No holds barred.
He was like, hold on, guys. I'll watch a bunch of episodes, and then I can come on and talk about Fruits Basket. We held it for him, and he betrayed us. Stabbed in the back.
He's literally in Discord right now with David.
Yeah, just didn't
want to
do it. Didn't want to do it.
This was a shoujo manga that I didn't read. And there was a sequel called Fruits Basket Another. And there was a popular anime from 2001 that I also haven't seen. And this is supposedly going to be a complete adaptation, though, of the whole thing. I don't know what the original was, because the original was the whole 24 episodes. I don't know. This one's going to cram more into the same amount of episodes or do more episodes?
I don't know if I can handle that many boys, man.
But this one's TMS instead of Dean. So it's already sort of lost a fundamental flavor that it had. Dean imparts sort of its own personality, you know.
It's their own zest.
Janky.
I just had this spice the other day. I ate at this Asian restaurant.
Everything you're nothing but spice now. All you talking about is spice.
It's good for your heart, man. Anyway, I was at this Asian restaurant and I got this dish. And nobody told me this, but apparently there's this like citrian or some sort of Asian spice that if you bite into it, it coats your entire tongue in a numbing oil, which I did, and I ate a lot of them. And I just thought, I'm like, well, this is a weird flavor dimension I've never experienced before. And then I asked this dude, I'm like, hey, what's going on here? Like, what is this spice? Like, oh, that's for aromatics. You're not supposed to eat that. And my meal was covered in it, so I'm not exactly sure how I would have avoided eating it. It wasn't unpleasant. It was a little soapy. It was kind of like eating a Lush bath bomb or something. Anyway,
you just accidentally dropped a bunch of soap into your food, and he was like, "Oh no!"
I'm staring at the frame from. You sent me a frame earlier from the original Fruits Basket, and I'm staring at the exact same frame from the new show, and not much has changed. It's just the faces have been. They're not as wide. They're not. They're also. She doesn't look like a home plate or anything now.
Yeah, I watched skimmed through the original first episode a little bit, and it's a hell of an ugu bonanza up in there. It looks like a fan-made Flash animation. Like, I've seen shows from the early 2000s. They don't look like this. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Fruits Basket. It is nuts. But this new one we watched. This one's by TMS. I think I already said that. And it's about this bitch who live in a tent. And she wakes up and she talks to this dude at this old-timey house, and we get a flashback to her mom telling her a story as a kid about the zodiac animals, or not zodiac, whatever they are.
No, they are the zodiac animals.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And then one of her classmates shows up, who is cousins with the other dude that she was talking to, and she walks to school with him. And this guy turns out very popular at school and has this fan club of girls who get mad at her for
the prince of the school type, and then
yeah. So they get mad at our main character for being close to him. I watched that sequence. In this new one, I was like, okay, that was pretty cool because they're very enthusiastic and they're like almost cheerleaders for him. But then the original, that sequence actually has a lot more personality. So
really?
That's kind of they have this whole crazy. There's a background, and they're like more. They all turn into the word love. They like morph their body.
Oh, that sounds great.
It's here. Let me. I'll post you some screenshots that no one else will see.
Yeah, I already thought that sequence was a lot of fun. So that's taken it to a whole new level.
Yeah, it seems like they might have toned it down ever so slightly.
This is the grittier reboot of Fruits Basket.
The Fruits Basket.
Oh, that's so great.
It's really animated.
That girl,
literally.
That L is really stretched out.
Well, that thing's moving so fast that it's
a smear frame for sure.
Because there's only so many of because she's the L and the E in that picture.
Oh wow!
So she's shifting back and forth rapidly between the L and the E. So
that's wonderful.
It was very funny actually. So then they're kind of bullying her, but then MC gets saved by her friends, who are like a semi-delinquent and a semi-goth.
I like these
all the
two.
Way. Yeah,
I like these two a lot. I think they got a lot of character.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they're just looking out for her, and they're kind of weird but not crazy, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, see, I picked up on this even when I hadn't seen the original. I was like, I feel like they could be going a bit harder. Like these these people are characterized, but it feels like it's going through the motions ever so slightly. You know,
feels a little phoned in. Yeah, and I was just happy to get anything that was kind of unique. Yeah, I had a feeling I was going to kind of enjoy this when we met the friend characters, because sometimes friend characters in shoujo can get a little samey, you know. But I'm sure this is an archetype of some. But I appreciate that they gave them a little bit something, and and then they also have an interesting dynamic because like they're in the same class, and she does all the work for them because she just loves doing it, I guess, basically. Anyway,
she's a hard worker.
Yes.
So she walks home with this cool guy Yuki, and he says a lot of cool things. He is so shoujo cool. Just picking leaves and being dramatic. Dead parents. What does that mean? Oh, I guess that's her. She has dead parents, by the way.
I was going to bring this up in the last episode. I didn't. It's an epidemic in anime. I wonder what percentage of anime protagonists are missing one or both parents. Must be.
You're not going to make a show about someone with a normal life. Everyone's got to have some kind of problem.
I mean, that's like It must be 75%. If I had to throw a number out there, I don't think that's that far off. Just based on what we've seen, this presence of parents are either like they're non-existent in the show, or one of them is dead mysteriously or something. It's need to look into that. What does it mean?
It's a fantasy. No parents, man.
Fuck no yeah, rules. My parents are dead. Let's go.
Jimmy Neutron movie.
I was gonna say, I thought we were learning that lesson.
The first, half hour of the Jimmy Neutron movie.
Who is your live action Jimmy Neutron?
Ooh, who's Spider-Man?
Tobey Maguire?
No, new Spider-Man.
Oh, Timothy blah blah blah. No, wait, no, hold on. Which one
Not
is
Timothy? Tate and I don't know.
Bradley Chadman.
No.
Cooper.
Why can't you just Google new Spider-Man like I am?
It's more fun like this.
It's Mr. Tom Holland.
Oh yeah, you're taking Tom Holland.
I'm taking Tom Holland for Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah. I'm taking The Rock. I think probably The Rock.
Well, Tom Holland. They can kind of Frodo him up and make him look real short.
Man.
I don't think there's anyone. Yeah, no, I think that's perfect.
Yeah, boy,
I don't see any problems with that.
I'd love to Tom Holland fucking brain blast all over his face.
Oh. Why?
Anyway,
second episode in a row where the brain blast makes an appearance.
It's on the dome for sure.
It is. It's right on the dome. So she's staying in this tent while her granddad's house is being renovated. So he's just like, "Hey, can you stay with a friend?" And she's like, "Oh yeah." So she goes.
That grandfather was on some fuck shit. I'm gonna be honest. Like, obviously, that's it's ridiculous. But
he doesn't. He gets stuck with his kid, and then you don't have anywhere to put her.
Yeah, I guess. But there was no kind of like life insurance from the family. Like she has no kind of like. I guess her mom was poor too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess what do you do with an orphan? You could shove him with grandpa, and then
grandpa's got to go stay in this probably cramped ass tiny apartment with his sister, whoever the fuck.
Oh god, why do they have to renovate this house?
It probably sucks. It's
got
probably a shitty old house. Something. Yeah, it's probably falling apart, water damage.
Yeah.
Anyways, Yuki and his cousin run into her while she's sneaking through the woods, and they find out that they live in this tent, and the cousin fucking loves it. His reaction I really enjoyed because he just thinks it's hilarious. So then they bring her back to their place, and they keep dropping all this stuff that looks like they could use a lady in the house.
Yes.
Where could this be going? I'll tell you where it's fucking going. This dude can hear wolves.
Hell yeah.
Miles away.
I mean, that's my spirit animal, so I feel like I have a connection with them as well.
Yeah.
I can't quite hear them. I mean, sometimes I can hear them when they're like howling and stuff, but I can't I don't really know what they're saying.
All I know is that I want that knot, baby.
Yeah. Oh, God. David told me this anecdote about how he was texting with this girl, and she just would not stop talking about how she wanted a knot, and he was like kept like being like, "Oh, that's cool." I'm gonna like try to change the topic, but she just kept bringing it back to that. So apparently, if you've got that kind of fetish, it's really deeply ingrained.
Yeah, I fucking bet, real deep.
So hard to get out.
She goes to sleep. Yuki just sort of opens the door and he turns all he's like a magic boy. I can't. He has like an aura. I don't know. But then next day, this dude busts through. I guess she's moving in is the thing that's happening. But next day, this orange-haired boy busts in. In the original, he's got like very early 2000s like cargo pants with like a belly shirt.
Oh, that sounds fun.
And this one, he's dressed a bit more normal. But he's gonna fight Yuki. but then she accidentally touches them and they turn into cats. Or one of them turns into a cat and the other one turns into a rat. Yuki turns into a rat. They're all animals of the zodiac. That's what the setup was with the animals. And yeah.
Yeah, so I thought that so I'm not going to go into the full story, but basically there's like a missing Zodiac member, and that the cat is supposed to be a member of the Zodiac, but isn't there because of like this anecdote she told involving the cat and the rat. Or not anecdote, but I guess children's story or whatever, or parable. And I suspected that she was going to be the cat, but alas, intrigue.
She wants to be the cat.
There is I thought that she was going to end up being like completing their Zodiac set basically, but turns out they already got a cat in the form of Red Hair Boy, which is like kind of, I guess the idea is that's maybe she gonna have two primary love interests, I imagine, in the form of Rat Boy and Cat Boy. I don't know anything about this franchise though. One more thing before we just I would like to call out a scene that I really enjoyed, and it's super brief, but I think just a wonderful piece of characterization, which we already know that she's a hard worker, but I like seeing it, and we get to see a brief glimpse of her at work, where she's like in her own world, kind of fantasizing about working hard, I guess, like she's gonna live on her own and be independent, and she like quadruples or quintuples her efforts at work, and is just like cleaning like an absolute maniac in the background while two of her coworkers discuss how easy it is to work now, or how easy it is to do their jobs now because they don't have to do anything. I thought that was lovely. I really liked this first episode. I think the characters are a lot. The boys are a little kind of bland. I like the dog one because, like you said, I liked his reactions to things. I thought it was a little bit offbeat. I find the girls in this show to be entertaining. Not so much the guys yet, but we'll meet more and learn more about them.
Is it scratching your shoujo itch?
Oh yeah, baby. You know what it is.
This one's getting it.
I'm not sure about the novelty of having her live with them, though. I'm not sure how I feel about that. It's a little impure, but who am I to judge? What'd you think, fam?
Oh, I liked it.
You liked it?
I thought it was good. Yeah, I watched the second episode, too. Also good.
Nice. That's good. I wonder, should I, like, if you were to watch this, do you watch the original? Or you watch the new one?
It's hard to say, yeah.
I know people fucking love that original one, so, yeah.
This one's going to have more, so, I mean, that's probably the main thing it's got going for it.
Original not get an ending or something?
What's that?
Did the original not get an ending?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
But just hearing that it's a complete adaptation kind of implied that the original wasn't. I don't know.
Gotcha.
But that could be wrong.
Enjoyable television program, that.
How long did the original manga go? Because if it went past 2001, we know that original anime did not
2006.
finish. Oh my god.
So they got just the tip there.
23 volumes? How the fuck are they gonna... Is this gonna be 150 episodes?
I guess so. The original show is only 26. Lord. Wow.
Wait. Oh yeah, okay. The original is 136 chapters.
Wow. That sure is a lot of shoujo.
Yeah, that'll saturate.
Keep you satisfied for a while, baby.
Mm-hmm. Let's do a short.
Oh, yes, let's do that.
Because we got a lot of those. The first short is Yatogame-chan Kansatsu Nikki.
Yes.
Let me find this in my notes here. Yato. Where's the... Yato, what is this? It's a 4-coma manga.
It's a propaganda manga, actually.
It's a Studio Saita, who did Jingai-san no Yome, which freaked me out. Oh, this one. Okay. Right. Propaganda. I mean, it's an advertisement for a city. I don't know. I wouldn't know if I would call that... It's not like It's not like Nagoya nationalist propaganda.
That's what you think. It devolves into that. I know. I could
You see through the veil.
She's too cute. She's too cute. It's clearly has some sort of ulterior motive going on.
She's pretty cute. Well, yeah, but the ulterior motive is they want you to visit Nagoya. It's
no. You don't understand. She's too cute. She got those little ears. She got a big old outline. I like her. Oh.
The art style is a little like it's a little porny almost. Okay, but it's a 3-minute short, one of our shortest shorts, and it's an ad for Nagoya. It worked on me. Let's go next time. Fuck it.
Certainly. If
that's down there. We can
they
get
got
there.
little dragon girls.
There's it's about a boy and a girl who's from, or he's going to school in Nagoya. He's not from there, and he goes to school. He's in a club with a girl who's a native, and there's a lot of accent jokes that I can't really pick up on.
There was one that I got where she said "chin chin," which means penis.
I've written, I get the chin chin one. And she's pretty cute, and they talk about the food, and it's just probably going to be a bunch of, hey, please come to Nagoya. It's so nice.
Enjoy our culture.
Yeah, we eat shrimp or something. I don't fucking. That we say things. I didn't realize they had their own accent. I know about Kansai Ben. The fuck are they doing? It's right. It's not even that far away from everything else. Why you got their own shit?
Hey man, that's part of the novelty of it. That's why it's so crazy.
I wonder.
She acts like a cat at one point in the episode.
Yes, because she's crawling around looking for her cat who's named Nya, so she just keeps saying Nya.
Yes.
She's afraid of water or something. I don't.
They're both afraid of water. Like they see him carrying a water bottle, which is a little bit extreme. Mm-hmm. Like I know that cats, don't like water, but I'm not sure that they can abstract that to a water bottle. Really, like I don't know if they have that level of. Yeah,
if they were literally afraid of the sight of water, I don't think they would make it that long.
Yeah, it'd be bad news.
I wonder how culturally relevant this accent is. Like, is this the equivalent of us making a show about like Maryland accent or something, like something weird where it's like, why would you even talk about this? I wonder if this is an actual prevalent phenomenon.
It's a home to museums and pachinko. Oh, good.
That could be any city in that entire country.
Let's see. Let's give it a quick brief.
Just watch the show, man. Why read?
Yeah, it looks like a city. It looks like there's a city. There's some temples there.
That's why they need to make anime to fucking get anyone coming there, because it's like, I don't know.
We got a Ferris wheel, I guess.
I spent hours and hours looking up every tourist thing to go to in Japan, and I've never heard of this city.
Yeah, but I guess if we're planning on going to the lower half, or at least experiencing some of the lower half.
Yeah, a bit more southern Japan.
Which I don't really know what you do there. Just crash on the beach and drink some chu-hais, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. Go to the umi.
Anyway, yeah, it's a cute. I mean, it's like you've seen these. It's like the Penguin one last season about Kyoto,
right?
But every
last season. That was many seasons ago.
Was it really? I don't think that's true.
Oh well, now I need to find it. Chitose-chan, fall 2018.
Fuck.
2 seasons ago.
Oh God, where's time going? Yeah.
Going away.
You were saying time keeps on slipping.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Magmel.
You didn't watch Magmel.
Right. Do you want to talk about it?
I didn't watch Magmel.
Oh, okay. We'll talk about it next time then.
Yeah. Want to talk about Mix? That's the next one.
Sure. Let's talk about Mix.
Mix Meisei story. I think Meisei is their name or something.
It is the name of the junior high school that they go to.
I'm right. Yeah, you're right. Is it a junior or is it just a high school?
It is a junior high school. They're not in high school yet.
Oh, right, because one of them's in 9th grade, and that's okay. It's the last year, the before one. This is a spin-off of Touch, which is another old manga I've never read, by Adachi Mitsuru, also the Cross Game guy. I think those are different. Maybe one's a spin-off of the... I don't know. Studio OLM. Oriental Light and Magic.
Is it actually the name of the studio?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. They totally chalked that shit.
What does that mean?
Straight up yoinked that name from Industrial Light and Magic. It's great.
Oh, wait.
ILM.
Now I'm wondering if I'm going crazy.
ILM, which is a special effects house I believe, located in New Zealand.
Oriental Light and Magic. Okay, yeah.
Industrial Light and Magic is... Oh, it's in California. That's George Lucas's company. Never mind.
They just copied. Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
This director of this show is also known for some short from 2016 called Soul Buster, and for the second 2 seasons of Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh.
Interesting.
High pedigree.
Yeah. Sam really wanted to talk about this one. Another thing that he can fuck off about. What is he playing?
Let's see. But it's a stupid game.
Is he playing a game right now?
I don't know. I'm not on Steam.
He's not. I don't think he is. He's just in David's dirty dance hall, just fucking...
Not talking about anime. Not talking about mix.
No. Mixed.
So, yeah, mix. Do you want me to cover it, or you want to cover it?
Sure. I will say that I started watching this like a week or 2 ago, and then I realized that, hey, these aren't subs I'm watching. These are closed captions. I'll be back, and then I didn't watch it until like 10 minutes ago.
You're talking about like how they've got like the announcer name, like the names and shit going on?
It was like Cheers, you know.
Yeah.
Sound of bat, you know, whatever, music.
Yes. I watched that version.
Oh no! All the way through.
Yeah, there's not that much. There's not that much that actually. I guess there are tire squeal. I just omitted that in my mind, I guess.
Wow, you just ignored. You somehow phased that out of your brain.
I mean, it takes a very powerful brain to ignore words on the screen. You with your tiny, puny chimp brain, you're like, what do these words mean? I have to interpret them. And me, I'm like, that's not pertinent to what I'm watching. I already know that there are tires squealing because I have the ability to hear. Anyway.
Jealous.
So, the show opens up. We've got this sequence that's back in the heyday of Meisei when the baseball team was kicking ass in the 80s. Or actually the 90s. Names. And, it's just... they did super good and won the big event. They won the big game.
Is that perhaps the story of Touch? I don't fucking know.
I think it is. This takes 26 years after Touch. And the opening 30? Sequence... Yeah, they round up. It's 26. Oh, okay. And the opening sequence is done in kind of like throwback television 4x3, you know, where you see like scan lines and kind of interference signal stuff going on. I guess it would be kind of like a poor VHS rip, like let's say somebody recorded it. And then we do make this kind of cool transition to 16:9, where the screen widens out. I wish it was done on like kind of a more broad, sweeping, location. It's just done on like this award on the shelf, which is a little bit anticlimactic. Might have been hard to do it the other way. Anyway, time skip. We got two little boys. Two little boys. They play baseball, but now they're in junior high. We have this sequence of them when they're very young. They're talking about how they want to play for this high school, and they get kicked out of the high school because they're practicing in like the square or whatever, and they're not allowed to be there. Time skip again. Now our boys are in junior high. They got a sister. They were born on the exact same day, like at different hospitals though. So I'm gonna assume one of them was adopted or something. The other one gives the other one shit for, being younger brother because he was born a couple of minutes later. Go to high school, or not high school. They go to their junior high school, and then like they see their top pitcher or whatever comes into school, and they try to greet him, but he just gives them the cold shoulder and doesn't say anything to them. What else we got going on? They practice, but the coach is like, no, you're not gonna. Or the manager is like, no, you're not gonna pitch today, older brother. So older brother doesn't get a chance to pitch. We get a little bit of time with sister, and sister wants to watch him pitch his first pitching practice of the season because she's supportive. But I think she might not be a biological sister because it seems like she's got a bit of a crush on him. Did you get that read?
Did I get one now?
Do you think the sister has crush on older brother, and because I think they're not biologically related? Did you get that read at all?
I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever. We meet this cue ball buzzed head motherfucker. He wants to be a super good pitcher as well. We do pitching practice, and it turns out our older brother is kind of a badass. And it's the first episode of a baseball show, so not much really happens. Yeah. What are your thoughts?
Well, there's that 40-year-old guy who's supposed to be in 9th grade.
That's very much like Japan to sneak in.
That's an important point for me. No, yeah, it's neat. It has a good I felt like I was embarking on a fucking 100-episode long journey, which I probably am and am not, because I'm probably not going to watch all of it. But it has a good style. The way the opening's cool, and the way the characters' names come up all stylishly. It's got style.
Yeah.
It has Yuki Kaiji in it, which kind of takes it down a notch, because why are you putting him in more things? I'm just gonna bully Yuki Kaiji on the show forever.
The opening is very, very nice because they
establish their rivalry good, and then when they're kids and they're having this conversation about who was born first, and I like that dialogue sequence because it establishes how they're kind of arguing about this trivial thing, but I liked how it was written.
Brother stuff, and they'll come together when the time comes. When the time to play ball. And it's what a long ass baseball show should be, which is like it's got family, and it's got baseball, and it's got cumulonimbus clouds, and that's good in my book, brother. It's also an underdog story of sorts, because our main character is not playing in the position that he should be in. He should be pitching, but
nobody is. Yeah, I don't know what.
I think it's maybe to see hey, you can't put yourself above the team. Are you willing to play in a position that you're not?
It's going to be something like that, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to learn a lesson from it.
Grasshopper fucking Karate Kid him.
Something else I forgot to mention is that this school has sucked in the 26 years following that championship victory from the opening sequence.
Which is going to end up being their dad, probably. Because he takes out the jersey and he's just like, this can't be Dad's, but it's in his house. I don't know who else's it would be.
Is it not? I don't think it's. I mean, given the fact that they were born in different hospitals, within 10 minutes, they're obviously, so one of them has to be adopted. Is it like his dad died or something, and then this is his uncle staying with? Who knows?
Or two moms, same dad. He's getting a little baseball pussy from winning that tournament.
There you go.
So yeah, it's neat.
Peak of his life.
I would probably know more if someone who perhaps had seen Touch was here, but oh well. I should have just shit all over this just to make Sam mad, force him to listen to it.
Can't get good help anywhere anymore.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go pee really quick.
Oh wow, already.
I've been drinking a lot of water to combat my horrible sunstroke thing.
Okay, understandable.
All right. Relief. Ow, hit myself in the nose with my fucking headphones.
I love to piss. I love to piss.
It's a good thing. It's a good biological function. Yeah. Of the biological functions we have, I'd say it's one of my favorites.
Sometimes.
Oh, you know when you really, really gotta piss?
Ooh.
Really, really gotta piss, and then you finally go, and it's better than coming. It's oh my god.
Yeah.
There have been some times where I'm tearing ass, from a 6-hour drive, and I'm on the home stretch, and ooh, I'm gonna pop. Your boy's about to explode.
Yeah.
And you hit that fucking toilet bowl, and oof, relief.
I think of coming as basically just sort of a concentrated piss. Like it's the same amount of pleasure, but over the course of like 2 second-long bursts or so, instead of 18, 19, 20 seconds.
There have been some times when peeing where my eyes just roll back into my head and I just see God. Oh. Anyway.
Let's do another. I guess we're just going back to shorts. Let's just alternate.
Let's do it.
Second short is Senryuu Shoujo, which you.
Fuck yeah.
I think you might like this one.
Ooh.
Jesus. Oh, you're really excited. Senryuu Shoujo. Senryuu, I learned halfway through this first episode, is like a haiku but different. Senryuu is like darker or more clever or something, whereas haiku is all flowery and gay. Mm-hmm. This is a manga adaptation by Connect. Strike the Blood, anyone? Remember
my favorite.
Yeah. I saw some manga panels from this one, and I thought it looked pretty good, and then it was pretty good. So there you go. This one's 12 minutes.
Yes.
And it actually looks decent. Doesn't look very short-like. Probably because it's 12 minutes, so they're putting a little more effort into it. And it's about a girl who don't like to talk.
She can't talk none.
She can. She just doesn't like it.
Yeah.
And so she makes poems instead, which I know isn't actually a very cute trait, because if she wasn't pretty, it would be like, just fucking talk, you cunt. Like,
yeah, it would be like some fucking Hot Topic core bullshit, like fucking.
But she is, so I don't care.
Yeah, she's so bubbly and great, and then like she gets really bad social anxiety, or she also like when there's too many options on the table, she freaks out.
Yeah, she can't decide.
Also, when she has to pee, she does like a pee-pee dance, which is really just adorable.
Just an infant.
I mean, yeah, like, this is definitely not somebody I can share my life with, but I want to pet her head, like, I want to pat her on the head and tell her everything's okay.
Oh, yeah.
I love her friend as well. She's in the club, the Senryuu club, and one of her fellow club members is this super intimidating looking bad boy type, but he's actually just a little sweetie. It's great. Yes. I love it.
Yep.
It's super pleasant 12 minutes.
And everyone's scared of him, but he's actually a nice guy, normal.
Yep. But it's not even like he doesn't even have like the veneer in his like there'll be like a bad boy type, and like he'll say things that are kind of bad boyish, but like when he speaks, it's just like a little boy. It's great.
He just accidentally comes off as tough because of he has like a scar on his face, and he doesn't make the right facial expressions. They make a joke about that. Also, his poetry sucks. I don't know.
Yep.
Maybe all of it does. I haven't been impressed by any of these 3-line ditties so far. But it's cute.
Yeah.
It's nice.
The episode ends on a lovely note, which is she doesn't care what other people think as long as they're together.
Oh my goodness.
So lovely. So lovely. Yeah, I made some I don't know if they qualify as Senryus. I think they're probably just haikus, but you can find them on my Twitter page. They're dedicated to her.
We've reached the point of just straight up writing poetry for anime girls. Literally. I had to do it. I had to do it. Yep.
I couldn't stop myself. Love. I hope someday somebody unearths my Twitter page, because as it stands right now, nobody's reading it, and they're like, "What the fuck is wrong with this
Dad?
guy?"
Are these yours? What is?
It's like in Mix when he finds his dad's jersey. He's like, "Is this Dad's?" It's like, "Is this Dad's Twitter page?"
Oh my God,
what does he mean when he wants to expel a juicy load on anime, bitch?
And what you called? You posted the manga cover, and there was like messy girl or something. Like
she's got sloppy. She's got paint on all of her.
Yeah, but Jesus Christ, man, hold it in.
She's my messy girl. Oh God.
Is that what you said? Messy.
I love
special
her.
Messy girl. Disgusting.
You're welcome.
My standards are low, and even I. All right, back to what else we got on the full. You apparently are excited about Shoumetsu Toshi.
Fuck yeah, I am.
What the fuck is the matter with you? All right,
let's go.
Shoumetsu Toshi is, if I can find it here, the English title is After Lost. After Lost.
Oh yeah, baby.
This is a mobage animated by Madhouse. I'm guessing the B team of Madhouse.
More like the Z team. They fucking dug these fights. These were some homeless people out behind the studio scrounging for scraps. Like,
it's not even Madhouse. It's a literal Madhouse. It's not the studio.
Yes, exactly.
Before I even watched this, I've written, I got a bad feeling about this one, Scoob.
What gave you that impression?
Well, we start on this medical table, and then also there's an idol concert going on. And
fuck yeah, baby.
I don't even remember what was happening. I've just written, I have written weird zoom in. It's because this girl's standing in like a city crosswalk or something, and there is a weird zoom in. The scale just seems off about it. I don't know. She seems the wrong size.
There's also a bunch of CGI monstrosities walking by her.
Yeah, something bad starts happening where things are shaking, and I don't know. There's a terrible POV shot.
Everybody gets Thanos snapped.
Right. Yeah, everyone starts dissolving. And then, so ends up in solitary. This is as much information as I had. I don't know if there was any more given, but I think this is just like what you're working with. So if you're listening and you don't know what the fuck is going on, don't worry. You're in the same. Terrible POV shot. As I posted that on Twitter, is the shot of the bed coming up on, where it's just like it isomorphically sort of morphs to. Instead of changing scale properly. It's very funny.
It's wonderful.
And then, does she jump out a window? Is that what happens?
The courier guy, so this courier is here to free her.
Right,
take
he
her
shows
from
up to rescue her. Right.
And they jump out of a window.
Yeah.
And there's glass everywhere, and everyone looks super intense.
And that's when we get a terrible cut to the opening, which has a shot of like a whole army of people doing straight up flash, like floating up and down walking animations.
I love it so much.
Bobbling up and down.
It's supposed to be intimidating because like you've got like the big bad like walking towards the camera with her minions, and it could not look any dumber.
I got to find that Symphogear gif of them bobbling up and down. Then they end up on a motorbike, the girl and the guy rescued her. And they run into some magic monk. I have barely any memory of any of this.
This scene looks like such fucking dog shit. Oh my god, it's great. Like there's the opening shot of that sequence is like it just cuts back and forth between CGI and 2D like really frequently in jarring ways. And like they're driving down this stretch of road that is just flanked on both sides by perfectly flat building textures. It's great.
Yeah,
I love it.
When you're doing a low budget thing, I wouldn't. Car chases, very fast motorcycle chases.
Then they encountered this dumbass looking monk motherfucker. Like, oh god, it's great.
There's that walk, that Symphogear walk.
Very nice.
So good. Okay, yeah, so there's this monk who's like floating and shooting shit at him. I remember that now. I've written, dude, this is nearly unwatchable, which about lines up with my memory of pretty rough. I was hoping you would have a counter, but when you were doing an ironic, yeah, baby.
This is like perfect dumb. This is so wonderful. It's so dumb that I'm like, I almost want to keep watching this because it's like entertaining.
Yeah,
to
like
me.
if it weren't good, it definitely gonna just be boring as shit. But if it weren't, this would be a good Symphogear replacement when we wait for season 5 or 6 or whatever's happening. So yeah, there's a protracted car chase with zero stakes. I have no idea what's going on. I still don't know who these people are really.
Yeah.
They get in some peep's van. Then we get a little bit of exposition. The girl is a lone survivor of this event that happened that we saw you'd think everyone else would also be a survivor because they're alive, but I don't know. They don't really say that she was the lone survivor of who was there.
Yeah.
They just say she's the lone survivor. I don't know. They don't really specify who it was localized to. I don't get it. I guess it was just in the city. So then our motorcycle dude gets tasked with going into the hot zone. That's the area of the happening, which is still, there's radiation. I don't know what. No one leaves is what happens. It's a mysterious zone. Who knows what's going on in there? The girl's dad might still be alive in there because they say he left a message using quantum encryption.
Oh, yeah.
Which, okay.
I'm almost there. Keep going.
He encrypted it quantumly. Sure. That doesn't really mean anything, but fine, whatever. Encrypted it in what? Is there a hard drive? Is there a thumb drive? Is there a radio somewhere? They just say he encrypted it. Where did it come? Where is it? How'd you get it? Was it a letter? Did he mail you a?
He sent it. He sent it via pigeon.
Zodiac letter. Fucking. What'd you say?
He sent it via pigeon.
Carrier pigeon. They don't
Owl.
say. So he accepts, I guess. So they go visit his idol otaku friend's place, who has like a garage, and he just kind of calls him a nerd and insults him, and there's a bunch of funny, fast camera pans with added sound effects. And our girl gets up and leaves for no reason because she's angry about, like, he says that she's cargo, and she gets like offended at that.
But like he literally just said that when they were in the van earlier.
Like,
so I'm not sure.
Are we supposed to believe that she's supposed to believe that like she wanted him to be emotionally invested in her? Why would she expect that at all? He's just a dude who showed up and took her out of solitaire. I don't know.
She runs off.
So she runs off. There's this huge ramp up noise at the end of every scene, like a movie trailer, like, and then it just ends. It's fucking ridiculous. There's an insert song with lyrics.
I love it.
That was really good. It sounds like the song in Panty and Stocking. Are they back on the bike at this point? Because
we get back on the bike and we're getting chased by a bunch
really
of
quickly.
people.
Yeah, another chase. There's a. Or they're on a Vespa now. Is it Vespa?
They've been on a Vespa.
Okay.
He had a Vespa initially.
Oh, right.
Which is such a dumb. If you're just like a courier in Tokyo, like maybe, but if you're like an actual illegal criminal courier, maybe a faster bike would be a good idea.
Yeah, man.
But then he uses the front of the Vespa as a shield because Monk Dude is back and starts whipping shit at him, right?
Yeah.
Like he's levitating a bunch of rocks and throwing at him, and he raises up the front of the bike and blocks everything with the giant flat front, and it's so dumb. So dumb, I loved it.
He still gets sliced up a little bit here. Pretty good. They don't explain anyone's powers, by the way. This shit just keeps happening for no reason. Like, This dude appeared over their bike while they were driving, and he's shooting 2 pistols akimbo.
Fuck, yes.
And then he just summons a bunch more floating guns, which also start firing.
I was laughing so hard I nearly cried when this dude starts floating out of nowhere and she says his name, and I'm just losing my goddamn head over how funny this was.
Yeah. And then they do get captured, and it appears as though, oh my god, they have shot the courier, and I'm thinking he might be alive next episode.
This couldn't have gone any better.
Oh, man, fuck this show. Even Kana Hanazawa couldn't have saved this one.
This couldn't have gone... Him dying and being shot at the end of the episode, dying in quotes, I couldn't have asked for more. Thank you so much, this show. I'll never watch another episode again, but this first episode was truly a treat.
A for effort, fellas.
Utter schlock. Utter garbage.
Oh, yeah. Why did you make this? Oh, right, because it's a mobile game. So you have...
There you go.
They've made $1 billion off of this already, so why not just...
Got a massive install base.
Why not draw it?
Yes.
What's our next short? How about Midara na Aochan wa Benkyou ga Dekinai? No relation to that other show where people can't study.
Yes.
I was confused by that at first, because you'd think because of the, But, yeah, Ao-chan Can't Study. It's a manga being animated by Silverlink. This one's 12 and a half minutes. And it's about a girl named Ao, and her backstory is that her backstory is actually that her dad is a big old lecherous old man. But in the first scene, the flashback is her telling her like elementary school class or primary school or whatever that her name Ao is for an AO face, according to my subs, which is fucking retarded, because what the fuck is an AO face?
I think they took some liberties with the translation. You could have just called
it AO face. Like, okay, it's not grammatically perfect, but there's literally no such thing as an AO face. So what?
I'm reading here, A is in apple, O is in orgy.
Okay, well, she didn't say that.
Doesn't make much more sense.
That subs didn't say that, so... Or was that your subs?
Yeah,
is that
what
your sub said?
Yes, that is what my sub said.
Oh, you must have better subs.
I have the worst subs.
Oh. What the fuck did I use? I'm on that... what have I got? No, I have horrible subs. I don't know what you had. So... Yeah, so it's actually for Alcon, which means public sex.
Oh.
That's what her name means. Or that's what it's from. The opening's pretty good. Stylish. So she grows up, and now she's a very, very serious girl in high school. No nonsense, just studying. No fun allowed. And
not at all.
There's this boy who talks to her, and she's annoyed by it. And then after that, she goes home, and we meet her tiny, tiny dad.
He's so small.
Who's a porn writer.
He's also a real motherfucker.
He's a baby. He's just a real bastard.
He's a son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I want to stomp him. He's so obnoxious.
I just want to just poke him in the forehead, knock him over, fling him against a wall. He's a porn writer, a novelist, and everybody knows this, I guess. And he only eats titty pudding, I guess. I don't know.
I want to kill him. I want to kill him so bad. He's just like, he makes her. He's like, get the titty pudding out of the fridge for me. And like, you son of a bitch, I fucking hate you.
But on the other hand, it's like respect. You know, you're making your daughter do this. It's like, all right, I respect the hustle, man. So
he said at one point he says that he suspects that she's in heat.
Yes, that is
about
true.
His own daughter.
I mean, I think he ended up being vindicated there. So can't blame Tiny Dad for that one.
Well, Tiny Dad just can't make everything happen. He's a self-fulfilling prophecy here. Like he's like she's in heat, so I'm gonna put her into a bunch of sexual situations. She might get aroused.
Yeah, he's really into making his daughter fuck. So the next day at school, she tries to tell this dude that she doesn't like him to get him off her case. So they end up in the nurse's office. But Tiny Dad keeps screwing with her and making her get into ecchi situations.
What a fucking stinker!
It's just at one point he's a ninja and he has a fishing pole and he lifts her shirt up.
Why are you doing this, Dad?
Just a fucking real cunt of a baby dad.
He's awful.
Oh, he's a monster. He's just a nightmare. I'm like, he just keeps showing up.
Gremlin-ass motherfucker.
He cannot live in peace.
No, he's truly one of the most sadistic individuals I've ever seen portrayed in media.
It's just the darkest joy he takes in this. So that ends with this boy confessing to her, and then she is not sure what to think about it. And that's where we end off with Titty Dad.
Oh, he's a little bit... The guy's a little white knighty. He's a little white knighty, I think.
I mean, but it's what she wants, right? Because she's like, all men want are fucking... Men only want one thing, and it's fucking disgusting. Right. It's titty pudding.
Right. It's just, which one am I disgusted more by? The father or the guy? No, I understand the character. It's just this show is completely dominated by this motherfucking imp father.
this little turd grandpa.
I'm gonna be honest, if my dad was like that, I'd hate men too. Fuck, like, just constantly harassing her. Is this what her life is like? Is this gonna be every episode?
Yeah, it's just is like some kind of stalking / gaslight. I don't know. It's every moment of her life is just constant fear and stress because any moment her dad is gonna fucking flip her skirt up in front of her high school classroom.
I'm gonna post this on the Raised by Narcissists subreddit.
Are there any other? Oh yeah, we got a couple more full shows. Damn. Like Mayonaka no Occult, Koumuin.
Yes.
Where do I got that in here?
Wow, what a fucking spread we had this episode. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Fruits Basket and Mix were good, but from there...
Midnight Occult Civil Servants. Another manga, Studios Leiden Films. I was pleasantly surprised by this one. I predicted it would be massively undeserving of having the word occult in the title, which maybe that was a little true. But it's about Shinjuku.
Yes.
I'm just going through my notes. I said the music's okay, at least in that first part. Then I started to suspect, wait a second, is this gonna be gay? Because it's this guy walking around, and he goes underground to this mysterious basement, Shinjuku. Then we get an opening, which isn't bad, actually. Might not be entirely gay, I said, just mostly. I think there's some ladies in there.
Big ladies.
Some what?
Big ladies.
You think so?
Big ladies.
Okay.
Later in the episode, dude.
Oh, well, yeah. Yes, in this episode, definitely. He's directed to a storage closet where he meets this eccentric alchemist right off the bat in a gas mask. And he does the whole, oh, you're the new kid. And he's just all this crazy smoke everywhere.
Yes.
This alchemist, his name is Seo. And he notes that his name is in katakana because he's British, which is some chuny shit. So it's very funny to me, I think. And then we meet another dude who he fights with about him using Seo's picture to dump women because he's like, I'm dating this man now, I guess. Main character thinks he's going to be doing like generic salaryman shit, but then they head to a park and they meet there's fairies everywhere. They show him all these fairies and he's shocked by this, and there's a big dog hanging out next to him, big magic dog.
Oh yeah.
And then main character splits off from the main group and runs into like a dramatic love scene between an angel and a tengu, which is like an angel but kind of shittier. Mm-hmm. I like how the magical beings when they talk are all very cheesy and theatrical.
Well, yeah, they don't have that kind of postmodern, narcissistic nihilism that we've got. So they things matter to them. Damn it.
Yeah, they're super corny. So the love scene, this forbidden love causing fighting between these factions in the streets, and they head out to Shinjuku, and it turns out that MC is the only one that can understand them talking. So he uses this to de-escalate the fight. I liked the way that they just revealed that. It's kind of slow, where no one's sure what's going on, and they're just like, how do you know? He's just using their names, and everyone's like, what? What the fuck are you talking about?
I did like that aspect. It went on a little bit long. I feel like you should have put it together a bit faster, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then at the end, more Tengu-like things show up and call him some weird name, so he's probably special in some way.
He's gotta be like reincarnated motherfucker or something.
Yeah, or he's half Tengu, or he's half supernatural because his mom got railed by one of those dogs or whatever. Mom took the knot. So, you know what? I decided not bad. I think I might watch a couple more of these before dropping it.
Main character a little bland. Actually, the whole cast a little bland. That's all. That's
Sure.
I kind of like the more procedural aspect of it. Weirdly, I feel like we're gonna be getting a bunch of you gotta resolve these paranormal trubs because you can talk to them.
I just felt it was paced well enough to be quite watchable.
Yeah, it went by pretty quickly. I didn't hate it. I thought it was fine. It's fine.
It's a little gay, but just, not unbearably so.
I could have gone with more gay.
Yeah, a lot more or a lot less.
Yeah. I want it to be offensively straight. I want it to be so straight that it's obnoxious.
Then it would just be like a harem.
Yes, I want it to be a harem with a bunch of different creatures. Wait a minute, they've already made 40 of those.
Only 40. Okay, yeah, that's Occulto Koumuin. Our last short is Nande Koko ni Sensei ga.
Oh boy.
I just watched the second episode of this earlier today.
Which girl's in it?
It's the same two.
Oh. No brown girl?
No, it's the same. I figure that, what are there, 4 of them? So it's going to be 3 episodes per teacher, probably.
Okay.
So, Nande Koko ni Sensei ga. English title, Why the Hell Are You Here, Teacher? Which, geez, I don't know why you need
it's really
hell
aggressive.
in there. Yeah, it's a manga. Studio is Tier Studio, or perhaps Tear.
Uh-oh. I don't like the implication to tear. We're going to go with tier. Actually, either one of those isn't great.
Both have kind of dark. This one's a whole 12 minutes. And I'll let you can go through this one, buddy.
All right, we got this. I've already explained this show to my roommates like 4 times now.
Why not just show it to him? Force him to watch it.
So,
hey guys, we're gonna be watching. We're gonna be watching The Seventh Seal. Put on.
This looped as long as the Seventh Seal. Okay, so we got a protagonist, and he's in this crazy fucking predicament, dude. Get this. So he's got his favorite bathroom, which we all have, right? When you're at a school or some sort of public place, you generally have like an unoccupied, low traffic bathroom that you enjoy. Protagonist goes to his bathroom of comfort and accidentally finds himself. He walks straight into his teacher. His female teacher is in the men's room because the girl's room was being cleaned. So she's like, okay, I'll just go to the guy's room. So he, without looking, walks into a bathroom stall somehow, and is now staring right at her work, her business.
And she's like, I like her a lot, but she's gross in this first scene. She's like in Crocs because she's in the Japanese bathroom. She doesn't have pants on. She's squatting. I don't know if she's going number 1 or number 2. And there's a real. They don't really make that clear at first. It's like, oh man, I don't want to be involved. And yeah, as for him being in the stall, it's like it's one thing to start opening it and see someone inside and then slam it shut and walk away. He is all the way inside. And the door is closed.
Yes, and he also closed the door behind. He locked the latch.
He latched it. Yep. Mm-hmm.
He latched it behind him, which ended up being part of his undoing because he's unable to unlock it.
Yes,
which is a real fucking problem. So they're in this kind of stand down thing where they have conversations here for a while now, and I believe she starts to say like, I can't hold it much longer. Some boys come in, right? So they're now stuck in here because he can't leave, I guess, because then somebody else will go into the stall and see see that they were together, which means, that's just bad news. So then I don't remember exactly how this happened, but he ended up putting his face on her tits, or like she pulls him in
to keep quiet him from squealing. So she smothers him with her boob meat. And
then she leaks a little bit. She makes a little tinkle. We get a series of occurrences outside that coincide with the level of leakage. So there's like a little trickle of water overflowing from like a pot or something. And then we get like a dude straight up watering plants just to indicate.
Yeah, I mean, one point she just full on pisses.
Yeah, she's peeing.
Just get there.
Which, like, if you already got his face buried in your knockers, there's no. I mean, gloves are off. You got to go all the way. So I don't know how to get out of this situation.
That's second base, I think.
I don't know how this situation really resolves itself, but we're moving on.
What? No, he also pisses. Is how it fucking happens.
Oh, right.
I forgot how it's like, oh my god, it's she's done. Okay, fine. Then she stands up, and then he's like, wait. And then he just fucking pisses. Apparently all over her. It's the wildest. I don't even like it.
He blew it.
Also, they do establish that this is the tough, this is the hardcore, like almost boot campy lady teacher who everyone respects.
Yes.
And I like how her voice changes. Like when the flashbacks of her being all tough, she's super gruff Japanese lady voice, but she just goes full on squeaky hentai lady in these later parts.
So we got we move on. He's eating lunch with his boy. They're eating lunch, and his friend is very scary looking. It's like his entire gimmick is that he's kind of scary looking. He walks off. He's like, I'm going to go to the infirmary and cut class. Solid move. I respect the hustle. Mm-hmm. So he goes in the infirmary, and then turns out teacher lady is in there because she's sick. She's really sick. She's like sweating bullets and got a fever. And she's like, hey, I can't wait for the nurse. Do you mind grabbing some medication for me? And homie goes over to the medicine cabinet. He's like, yeah, I'll go grab you some stuff. And he's like rifling through. Finds the only cold medication that they have, which just so happens to be a suppository.
Pills.
What a problem. What a crazy situation we've got. So, she needs it. She needs it now. So she bends over, ass in the air, got her panties on.
We went from like his face touches her boobs, and in the over probably like 6 minutes or so, he is now staring at her whole business, just bent over.
Posterior, yep.
The entirety, not just that. I mean, the whole.
Well, he peels off those underoos.
At one point, he accidentally puts it in her pussy.
Yes, which do not. I mean, that's intentional. I guess he's blindfolded himself.
He blindfolded himself, even though he definitely saw her just
gaping
everything,
holes.
Everything. Spread.
So he puts the suppository in, and then our nurse walks in. So he has to quickly jump underneath the covers, which I feel like the nurse would see the massive mound of high school student underneath the covers with her, but whatever. Nurse is like, okay, just you can rest the rest of the day, teach, rather than like going home. So he's underneath the covers, staring straight at her honkers, and she tells him like, hey, you got to get out from underneath the covers, otherwise you'll catch a cold. And looks at him kind of affectionately. But then he catches a cold, and then so he's in the infirmary the next day for a legitimate reason, and Teach comes in and scolds him a little bit for cutting class by going to the infirmary, playing possum, and then she comes in and she's like, okay, we're going to have to give you a suppository to get you over this cold, and then it goes in his butt.
Right in the butt.
Right in the butt.
We do meet another sensei earlier in this episode briefly as a sort of foreshadowing. That one is Short and also Hero from Hidamari Sketch. But I watched this one in the second episode. This one, like, it's two segments, and they both start out with him in a place, and oh my God, Sensei is here. Why is Sensei here? It's the title of the show. And they both use the same shot. Second episode, exact same thing. He's in two different other places, and he runs into her two other places again, which I think is actually pretty funny. I like it.
I was not into the piss thing.
Oh, no, for sure. I liked the second episode much better.
The piss or the suppository? Oh, I love...
Right?
What is she lactating?
No, but there's a baby sucking her, so...
Oh, nice.
I wonder if, if it's 3 shows per teach, like I'm suspecting. I wonder if these teachers are actually I wonder if these couples are actually going to end up together, because by the end of the second episode, she's already considering him as husband material. So...
The guy works quick, huh?
Yeah. They show all the ladies in the opening. They're all supremely boobed up, and they all get paired with a boy.
Nice.
The other thing I was going to talk about is that very first scene. In addition to being just sort of gross with the lady on a toilet, which I don't like. The music was gross. Did you notice that? It was like this farty, like, it's the music they play in like the medicine commercial when they show the virus's house in your body. So that put me off, but I'm going to keep watching it though.
All right. Let me know when Brown Girl shows up, please.
Okay, she's not that. I mean, you want a brown girl? Fucking watch Bokuben. She's perfect. That second episode is all about her, and so is the third, kind of. And she's literally fucking perfect.
Nice.
Oh, she wears a dress and she's embarrassed about it.
Aww.
Our last show is UTENA. We watched all of UTENA.
Yep, finally.
But yeah, this doesn't have anything to do with that UTENA. But it's Namu Amida Butsu Rendai UTENA, which is a show that doesn't even have a Wikipedia page. So I'm assuming it's an original. The title means some Buddhist shit. It's Asahi production. Not the beer Asahi. Different Asahi production.
Super dry.
Yes. My voice is tired. You want to just do this one too?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
We got boys.
Drunk salarymen.
We got boys. Drunk salaryman. So it opens on this kind of like meek dude getting beaten up by his superior. He gets like kicked by him. They're out drinking.
Yeah.
And he's like, "How did you lose these documents, you fuck?" Which should have misplaced the documents. He calls him lazy. He's like, whatever. Really, that's not important. What important is that our drunk the meeker of the two.
Yeah, we learned later that none of this is important. I thought it was going to be important.
What if our meek salaryman goes and gets himself a beer from a vending machine, which is tight.
I would like to note that the first thing that Coconut Head here does is buy an Asahi, not an Asahi, from a vending machine. And it's like you'd think they could have struck some kind of deal there. I know they're entirely separate companies, but they got this.
They're probably fighting over the name.
They got the same name, so it's like
burn.
Someone could. Oh, maybe. Yeah.
This is like a sick diss.
Or it's just like one
Asa
of the only
cheap.
two. More like Asa Chin.
There you go. So our salaryman, he gets all Spider-Man 3 symbioted up like this goop monster.
This slime is sneaking up on him.
He slimes him up, and Slimy Boy starts. He goes after his coworker, and is threatening his life. And then we get this very interesting man. This I don't know where this wardrobe is from. It's kind of monkey. It's a little monkish, but I call
him the yaoi pirate guy with a lightsaber.
Yeah, he's got like, he looks like you see the advertisements for like the Korean clothing that you can buy, and it's like super slim fitting. No Westerner could ever fit into those clothes kind of proportions.
Yeah.
He's got those clothes on.
Well, one of these characters is taken straight out of Fate. I don't know which Fate, but he looks just like this guy who I'm going to try to find while you continue.
This other dude rolls up. His stuff's a little bit more, it's more monkey. He's got like a bunch of flowing robes and this giant like circle thing that surrounds his head. It's not like a halo, but I don't know, whatever. And they kill the slimy slime, and then this little phoenix thing shows up and eats the slime's soul or whatever. It loves it. And now we get to what the show actually is. You've seen this before. We got ourselves a whole bunch of boys.
Right. Yeah, it's this one.
And there's a whole bunch of boys. We meet them. They got different personalities. There's like little interpolitics between them. So apparently our two boys are a little bit fish out of water. The two that we met, pirate lightsaber, and I'm going to call them Halo. And they've been brought down from the afterlife, I guess, to help fight these slimes, because one of the other Buddhas, they're all Buddhas, one of the other Buddhas is going on vacation, so they need another set of hands on deck. And like, well, what do we do when we're here, when we're not fighting demons? They're like, okay, good, clean, I guess. So our boys clean the temple that they live at. They live at this temple, which is a pretty common trope for these boy animes.
Yeah, they're always in a compound, aren't they?
And they're working they're working really hard, but they're some of the other boys are like, hey, you don't have to work so hard because we've got things like washing machines and frozen food. And at one point, they're like, one of them was like, well, what do we even do if you've got everything you need? He's like, well, I guess I could use some milk. So the boys have a competition to see who can find the milk the fastest. So they run out it's not like a formal competition, but they want to see who can do it faster because they're competitive types. So they get into wacky situations because they have to disguise themselves when they go out. And the lightsaber boy disguises himself as the strongest man in the world, which is apparently a very recognizable celebrity to everybody in the streets. So he gets surrounded by adoring fans. And then the other one gets to the milk, and he's like, well, which milk do I buy? Because there's so many options. Because he asks, like, where do I find milk? Because he's not going to find a farm.
Okay, you're going too slow. Hurry up.
Okay, and then they drink.
You don't have to describe
they go out
every
to dinner.
scene.
They go out to dinner, and then there's boys, and they have cute situations involving food.
Dinner's bad.
The first dinner was bad, but the second dinner that they went out and bought was good. Then they sit in a bathtub together and talk, and then at the end of the show, this evil dude shows up and he puts them in a force field for a bit, but then he lets the force field go. That's the first episode of the show.
Yeah, and they learn that since they're guys from the past, they have trouble with technology, which is a bit...
It is a fish out of water story.
Yes, and the new policy is that small vices are okay. The slimes are vices, and you're supposed to destroy them.
I thought that was interesting that they're going to let people get... I don't like the implication there, that we're just going to let all of these minor grievances go now. Like, people can just sin all they want. What kind of religion is this?
Yeah, it seems like they kind of went, well, can't really... Nothing we can do. This world is a steaming pile of filth.
I want a Rorschach kind of protagonist.
Yeah, and they do see a floating baddie here at the end of the episode. I don't know. He's probably going to be not a good guy. What are these? I really wish I could figure out where I've seen this exact style of character design and outfit before.
Tell me, Declan, do you like boys?
These boys, not a huge fan.
Not a fan of these boys?
There's way too many fucking characters. Fuck this first episode.
Yeah, they do that shit.
There's no way they wouldn't make this many characters if this wasn't some kind of gacha game. This has to be some kind of MOBA game. I couldn't find it, but I would bet my life on it. And all they tell me about them is these on-screen scrolls with their names. Whatever.
Yeah, I didn't love the boys either.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not even a girl to play off of.
There is a girl. There is a single girl. There's a girl that lives there.
Wait, which one are you talking? Which one?
Hold on, let me double check. I'm pretty sure there's a girl.
Oh, that's not. Oh no, my friend.
Oh no!
No!
Don't tell me I've been tranny tricked.
Oh wow!
No!
You hate to see it. You hate to see it to your good friends. Oh no, dude!
Is this that tuck rule that I've heard so much about?
Oh, buddy.
Bill Belichick, you've done it again.
Oh, you listen to the voice. How did you not?
Oh, no.
How did you not?
I wanted... I'm like... I'm so innocent. I was like, so naive. I'm like, well, that looks like a girl. It must be a pretty girl.
Oh, of course.
Oh, no.
I think he looks like Gilgamesh, horrible. Kind of.
Gilgamesh.
10 years. Yeah, this show sucks, cuz. I don't know. That first scene, the monster was going after that douchebag salaryman. I don't know why we were supposed to be excited that he was saved by cool gay Gilgamesh here.
Well, he's a cool dude that bought a beer from a vending machine.
No, the other one.
Oh.
He saves the other... I guess he saves the other one later.
Does he deserve to die, though?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. They didn't have to make... Why'd they make him mean? There was no reason for that.
Yeah, they could have been bros. Oh, they could have done like a bro handshake. It's like,
yeah, why not
see you tomorrow at work, fam.
Nothing wrong with a little positivity.
Yeah, no. Yeah, and this show doesn't even like have that bleak of a tone. I mean, it seems like the stakes are pretty low for the most part.
Yeah, so they're just gonna kind of hang out and have. There's gonna be antagonists. I don't know. It's gonna be gay and dumb. So yeah,
Well,
not gonna watch much more of UTENA. Allow me to just go to the internet and tell everyone that I fucking hate UTENA and that it's gay and it sucks. It's boring.
There you go.
Oh no, they don't. Oh, they don't like it.
Oh.
They don't appreciate my opinion.
I'm excited for B Rapper Street on the next episode.
I wonder if anyone will sub that. I don't know what's going on with that one.
I'll sub it.
Okay. What if it's like 16 minutes long?
I'll look, man. My subs aren't going to be the best. I'm not promising quality here. I'm just promising that there will be subtitles on the screen, whether or not they link up in any meaningful way. What I'm going to do? Here's what I'm going to do: is I'm going to listen phonetically and punch the phonetics into Google Translate, and then I'm going to see whatever comes out the other end. I'm going to put that into an MKV file, and there you go, baby.
Very nice. Yeah, speaking of not promising quality, this episode, we got some stuff out of the way, kind of. There wasn't... Fruits Basket's good, Mix is good, but the real meat's going to come. We need to talk about Carol and Tuesday and Kenja. I don't know if Kenja Mago was good, but Sarazanmai, I'm so curious about. I saw a screenshot from that show, and there was a weed op. I don't know what's happening in that show. They just had black lights and everything. Yeah, it's fucking
nice.
Something's going on in there. So yeah, and still also haven't watched Magmill. So we'll get to those other shorts to come. So what did we learn today? At the end of every episode, we talk about what we learned.
I learned that it doesn't matter how many boys you got in the show, don't mean it's gonna be good.
Yeah. What's the most boys in a show that we've seen?
The most boys in a show. That's a good question.
Probably one of those other magic boy compound shows.
What is that archetype? Why are they always in compounds? Let the boys go. Why do they have to stay there? And like the guys, they don't. I guess in this episode they all did leave to get dinner, but like that many boys at one it can't even be enough rooms.
Yeah, it's
not
always
that big.
It must be. I wonder if it's some folklore thing, but they're always supernatural, and they always have to live on this shrine compound.
I mean, shit, Fruits Basket's got that to a degree.
I mean, that's just sort of a house, I don't know about that. They are brothers.
Yeah, like they're always got like a communal bath that they go to. And like maybe like a Zen garden.
It's a good way to keep them together. Keep these boys tight.
I mean, you could show me a screenshot from another one of those shows right now, and I probably wouldn't be able to pick it out from the one that we just watched.
Yeah, the one I remember was the one that they made 2 adaptations of it in like a year, and one of them was a UFO table action.
That was fucking weird.
And one of them was slice of life ladies, that MOBA game that ladies like, and they were buying swords because of it. Totally forgot what it was called.
Jesus.
So, yeah.
Filled
out our boys' quota in this one. What'd you learn?
I learned another thing. I learned that there's a 400-year-old shark floating around.
The Greenland shark.
That's so cool.
It is cool.
That shit's
Token
so awesome.
Ranbu.
Oh, let me take a look at these boys.
Remember Token Ranbu? Not the UFO table one, but the other one. Yeah. So many boys in that comp. Oh, look.